All right, today guys, I'm going to be looking at comparing two products. VISE-GRIP pliers, so these are 10-inch Irwin VISE-GRIP pliers, and Harbor Freight's, I guess their premium locking pliers. They're the comparable pliers. I'm going to take it out in the shop. I'm going to see, I don't know that this is going to be scientific, but we're going to try to be as accurate as possible and put them through a few tests and see how they stack up against one another. I paid $14.99 for these on Amazon, and I paid $9.99 for this at Harbor Freight. And I may have even bought this on sale at Harbor Freight. They run a lot of sales. I've had this pair here for many years, and as you see there, I have beat on them and they've held up very well. So this is an American-made tool. The VISE-GRIP is now made in China. These are made in Taiwan. So we're going to see how well their new product, VISE-GRIP's new product, holds up to the Harbor Freight Bremen locking pliers. Let's take it out to the shop and we'll see how they stack up. Okay, what we have is I have attached my VISE-GRIPs to a piece of steel hanging from my bench press bar there. And down here, and pay no attention to those crappy welds. Not a welder. I do some welding, but I don't claim to be a welder. I've clamped on a crossbar. I'm going to hang weights from that and see when this basically touches down there. I've gotten this as tight as I possibly could. This is the VISE-GRIP pliers here. So I start by adding 35 pounds on either side, so a starting weight of 70 pounds. And then I add 5 pounds at a time. And then when I need to, I remove weight and then add some more, to use the bigger weight plate, so I'm not adding more than 5 pounds at a time. And I just continue to progress forward with that. Some of the 1-inch weight plates did not want to go on all the way, so I was just started stacking weights on top of the weights that are already on the bar. So on the VISE-GRIPs, I hung 390 pounds. I'm going to be a little less piecemeal on this one. I didn't get the other to fail, so I'm just going to start hanging the heavy weights to start with and get the show on the road. At that point, both of them have 390 pounds plus the weight of my rig there. I'm officially impressed. I did not expect that. I was don't know that I was even expecting half that. So there you have it. And you see it's swinging freely. So my last test failed to get a grip strength difference between the two tools. So I presently have the VISE-GRIPs clamped to a pipe. That pipe cannot roll because it's bolted through there. That piece of steel is clamped to the bench. And I have, I think, about 6 feet of pipe there. I have a piece of hose clamped here, and I am going to consider it a fail once it touches the outfeed roller. So I'm going to add weights, push them up to the stop, and once it touches the outfeed roller, it will be a fail. Start by putting this 7.5 pound weight on there. Set up a little bit. I went ahead and dropped my roller, outfeed roller. It was so close that I think I was going to get enough flex in the pipe, because this is not slip here. Oh, and then that distance I'm leaving it is about 6 inches. I don't think it'll flex that much. This will probably do it. So 15 pounds dropped it onto the outfeed. So again, I've got the 7.5 pounds on there. I've got a 6-inch gap there. I'm going to start adding these on 2.5 pounds at a time. So right now we're 2.5 pounds more than the VISE-GRIPs. We're 5 pounds heavier at the moment. So the VISE-GRIPs held 12.5 pounds, failing at 15 pounds. The Bremen locking pliers held at 20 pounds, failing at 22.5 pounds. The final test is the abuse test. So if you look at these locking pliers, I've abused them. I beat on them. I clamp them to stuff and then whack on it to pull something out. That's exactly what we're going to do with these brand new locking pliers. It hurts me a little bit to say that, but if you like to get a legitimate test on them, that's what we're going to need to do. So first up, VISE-GRIP. If any of them fails while doing this, I think we know it's not up to the test. All these holes were pre-drilled, so I didn't crack the wood, but they're small. Seemed to take the abuse all right. Couple little whacks on that that rivet. If you look at these though, see how rounded that is? I have wailed on this thing. Like I said, this is the American made one. So I don't know that they're exactly comparable. Biggest thing is I just want to break these, If I break them doing this little bit of whacking, I know that they're not up to the snuff of the old one. Let's turn it over and whack it on the other side. See how it likes that. Both these companies are probably sitting there saying how your warranty's voided. Oh well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Say that also took the abuse. Good enough. I'm not complaining. It's not broken. So I don't whack down here. I always whack up here if I got to whack on the side. And my preference would be to whack in line with the nose. But sometimes it doesn't work. So anyhow, there you have it. All right, guys. To wrap this video up on my on the locking pliers. You know, the comparison between VISE-GRIP and Harbor Freight's Bremen. Both of these did really well. When I was hanging the weights, I was shocked. I did not think that either of them would come close to holding 390 pounds. So that was a shocking surprise there. As far as the torque test, which one would grip better? It's not scientific. You know, obviously I'm using my hand strength. You know, as I basically maxed out the hand strength. I tried to, you know, set it up so they were both the same. I suppose to be more scientific, I repeated it multiple times, but in that test, the Bremen did outperform the VISE-GRIP. So that was actually a little bit of a surprise. You know, VISE-GRIP is now made in China, and you know, the Bremen is made in Taiwan. So you know, perhaps the Bremen is a better quality tool. Don't know. You know, I haven't used it for the long haul. You saw me beat on them. Neither one of them failed there. The price difference, you're looking at $9.99 for the Bremen, and the VISE-GRIP $14.99 is what I paid on Amazon. Both of them have lifetime guarantees. However, I'm guessing if you have to send the VISE-GRIP in for the warranty, you're gonna have to ship it somewhere. And these days there are Harbor Freight stores all over the place. So, you know, if VISE-GRIP was still made in the United States, I would probably say spend the extra $5. You know, at least you're, you know, supporting the home team. But now, you know, what is there to support? You know, it's not like you're rooting for the home team anymore there. So, I'm going to say we're going to go with the Bremen in this case. I can't see why I'm going to spend the extra money on VISE-GRIP when the Bremen seemed to perform just as well. You know, the quality of the tool visually is no different from the VISE-GRIP. So that's my opinion there, and especially you save, you know, you're basically a third off. So one little oddity that I find a little bit funny is the VISE-GRIP does have a hex wrench. I guess, you know, especially if you're older and have hand dexterity issues, you might stick an Allen key in there. That is an area where it outperforms the Bremen. This is a square drive. I don't even know where you can get a square drive that size. I'm sure I could track it down. I bet Amazon sells it. They seem to sell everything else under the sun, but they didn't provide it with a tool. That seems, in my opinion, silly. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and hope to see you next time.